Hey everybody, I got this Seadoo for sale. It's a 2000 GTX Bombardier. I'm going to show you how to drop it down in the water and also how to get it to start up and a few other tips that you might need even if you don't buy it from me. Maybe just out there looking to buy another one. I'm going to give you some tips today from my 1 year expertise that I've had out on the waters, but 1 year is enough to learn a lot. I can tell you that right now. So the first thing that I do when I show up at the boat ramp, I'm going to turn the fuel on. Right here is turned off right now, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that on so it can start to cycle, especially as I start to back down the ramp. That'll let the fuel go down into the engine and get ready to start up. The next thing I'm going to do is right over here. You want to go ahead and take off this little security clamp. This is for transportation only, and you got to take this off now, because if you wait until you get into your water, as I have done in the past, if you wait until you get into the water, it's really funny because you'll back it down in the water, and if you still have this tied up to your trailer, it's going to make the jet ski and the trailer float up into the water, and that's a big headache, so you don't want to do that. So let's go ahead and store this in the back of the truck. The next thing that I like to do is to go ahead and put the key where it belongs. So we're going to put that right there. That way it'll be ready to start. Also, on this jet ski, I have installed an additional safety measure. Now this is going to be right here in the back part. This is it's almost like a kill switch, and I'm going to have my my beautiful wife kind of zoom in. Now you'll see right here that this says battery key. Okay, so the previous owner of this jet ski had this installed, and it's a really nifty little tool to have. So if you'll look down in here, you're gonna see that there's a piece of wood right here, and it has a place to insert this key. So what this does, this key, when you take it out, it cuts the power from the battery. This way, when you have the jet ski sitting for weeks or even months at a time, your battery is not going to drain because it's hooked up to the start key and also the speedometer and the fuel gauge. So I left it all winter like that. I took the key out, and over the whole entire winter, I probably left it 4 months or so without cranking it. And I got it out a couple of weeks ago just to see if it still had juice in the battery, and guess what? Yes, it did. And I know it's all because of this little key. This little key helps the battery to stay charged over the whole entire winter. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put it in its place right now. And I don't know, you're probably not going to be able to see this part, but just know that I am inserting it. And now the starting engine, or excuse me, the starting motor will have power. So I'm going to go ahead and set this back up. And now we should be able to hear it. When I put the key on there, it should beep. Yep, so everything's good now. I'm gonna go ahead and back this down into the water and get it ready to release from the trailer so we can have some fun today. So right here in this part of the video, you can see that I'm unhooking the jet ski, and it does have like a little crank system, so you'll hear that in the video where I've unlatched it from the trailer and I started to crank it up a little bit. Now I'm going to get on the jet ski and start to crank up the motor for the first time. Now you'll hear it in the background where I had to crank it a couple of times. This is very normal for this style of jet ski. It's a two-stroke engine, and what you'll also notice on this type of jet ski, if you were looking at it from where I'm sitting at on there, there's a choke. So sometimes you'll hit the start button. Sometimes you got to pull the choke once or twice, or even give it a little bit of gas to get it to start. This is very normal for this year of jet ski. It's a 2000. It's a two-stroke engine. It's a very powerful engine, 0 to 60 in about 30 seconds. So it's a little older one. You just got to know the little tricks to get it to start. But once it starts, it runs just like a gym all day long. You'll have a ton of fun with this type of jet ski. They're built to last. and this is for 3 people. So I normally only put 2 on it, but it can go with 3 people on it. And even with 2 people on it, like earlier today I had me and my wife on it, and we were doing 0 to 60 no problem. You know, between both of us we probably had a total weight of about 350 pounds. So a lot of torque, a lot of power with these older jet skis, and they're a lot of fun. They're cheaper than your new ones. The new ones are going to be around $13,000, maybe $14,000 without a trailer. So you guys got to get one of these. Get out there and have some fun on the lake, you know, and learn how to jet ski. Another pro tip: always wear a life jacket when you're out on the waters, even if you're a seasoned veteran. Doesn't matter. It's always good to have a life jacket just in case you fall off, and it's also required by law, so want to obey the law, right? So you can see here I got the jet ski tied off with a Seadoo rope, and I have all kind of other accessories in the hood compartment. So all of this will come with it. I have an anchor, I got dock bumpers, I have a siphon hose when you're fueling at the dock. This way you don't spill any fuel on the machine or on the dock. That's just disrespectful to, you know, the other people who are at the dock. You don't want to spill fuel. So and I can take you out on the water and show you how this baby runs. It'll do 60 miles per hour. It's a 2-stroke engine, and it's got plenty of pep to it. Works perfectly, cranked right up right now. When I got in the water, I had to hit it maybe 3 times and it finally started up, but that's normal when it's been sitting for a while. And now you'll see that as soon as I hit start, it's gonna crank right up and we'll be ready to go. So I'm going to give you a demonstration now of how to do 0 to 60 within about 30 seconds on this little 2000 GTX. It's really fast, runs just like a new one. I've been taking care of it, garage kept by the way, so check it out. Check out this little private island. Rope swings. You can tie off the ski right here. Have your own little adventure. This is up on Chickamauga Lake. It's just a little small island out in the middle of the lake. I guess people come up here and do bonfires or something every now and again. Hey babe, check that out. Little private island. You could get here if you had a jet ski like this one. Or a little boat. Bien bonito de arriba y todo. Sorry, dude. Bad day for that guy. make sure you clip in your key. I'm gonna go ahead and just tie it off, even though I'm only going a short distance. And the reason being, if you ever get thrown off and you don't have that key clipped in, then the jet ski is gonna take off without you. You don't want that to happen. So now I'm gonna go ahead and tie off my little rope here, hit start, and I'll see you guys at the boat ramp. So we already got it on the trailer and we're still on the ramp. We don't want to take off yet until we have this thing fully clipped in. So I'm gonna try to put this loop right through here, and then we'll take our hook, make sure everything's clipped in, pull on it, and then up here we'll give it a couple of cranks. This way the strap can go ahead and be pulling the jet ski up onto the trailer. And that's all. Let's go ahead and pull up the ramp. Next thing you want to do is you want to drain the jet ski, because jet skis sometimes take on water. So while you're on the ramp, assuming the boat ramp isn't full and a lot of people waiting to back down it, you can go ahead and drain your jet ski right here on the spot. So let me show you how to do that. Come around to the back and you'll see these drain valves right here. There's one here and then there's gonna be one here. I usually don't expect this one to drain a whole lot, to be quite honest. There we go. See that? A little bit of water got in there today. And then sometimes you're gonna need a pair of pliers to get these to fully to open. Let me see if I can open it with something else. I'll try this with my key. So I'm just gonna stick my key in there like that. Look at that. First try. Let's see if there's any water in there. Hey, it's got a little bit today. We were on the water probably for about an hour and a half. This is normal. Jet skis take on water. So after it drains, let's go ahead and tighten that back up. Okay. Tighten this up as well. Now we're going to put on the strap. Make sure you do this before you take off from the boat ramp. So what I do is take this hook and I hook it right down in there, and I come around the back side, and then I'll loosen it up a little bit, get a little slack going. Hook it into the back. Make sure it's nice and snug. And just for safety precaution, I'll put a little knot in there. That's just to make sure that the jet ski doesn't come off of the trailer as you're going down the road. A couple of other things that I like to go ahead and do while I'm here is going to be right here. Go ahead and shut off the fuel. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the key out. And I store mine right here just because I leave it in my garage at home, so you know, no problems with theft. And also pop off the back seat, take this out, and then we're going to go ahead and remove the battery key. There's the battery key, that way it'll stay charged. So basically the battery won't run down. As long as you're taking that key out, you'll have a fully charged battery every time. Okay, you'll follow me around here. So I have this too. This is a siphon hose. So basically when you run out of fuel on the lake, you can pull up to the dock, park it, and then you're gonna take this little hose and you shake it. You can probably hear that. It sounds like a little marble inside the hose. You take that and you shake it, and you're gonna put it inside of your fuel tank. So basically, you got your spare fuel here. You'll take this off, put this down inside of there and shake it, and it'll siphon the gas out for you directly into your gas tank right here. So basically you could refuel at the dock, and if you'll use this system, you won't spill any fuel, and plus you don't have to stand there and hold the gas tank up in the air. We did that the first couple of months when I bought this jet ski. That's a headache. Trust me, you don't want to be standing there with a gas tank like this. It's really heavy, it's time consuming, and you'll spill fuel everywhere. So that's why we have this system here. Let me know if you guys want to hook it up. I'll get you a deal on it, and I'll let you test drive it. I promise you it runs just like a brand new one. Let me show you some of the accessories that I have inside of the storage compartment. So if we look inside here, you lift this up, and in here you're gonna have your storage. Okay, so we do have this just in case. Let me show everybody what this does. Just in case you ever got out on the water and for whatever reason the engine shuts off and you can't crank it, and there's nobody else around to help you, you can pull this out, tighten it up, and then you can just kind of roll yourself back to shore, okay? So that's one of the accessories that comes with the jet ski, but there's more. So let me show you some more of these accessories. So you already know about how I tie it off. So I have one up here. I just kind of leave this here all the time. Just makes it easier when I'm docking. If I'm gonna get off and on and be back on within a few minutes, then I normally just go ahead and leave this one on here. But if I was gonna dock and I know I'm gonna leave it there for a while, then I have a second one of these that I can tie around the back. This way the Seadoo is not like out at an angle when you try to come pick it up. Another thing is going to be your permit box. I got the permits in here, and then what do I have in here? I don't think I have anything in here. Well, actually the permits are in this one. That way if you get pulled over on the lake, you can show Mr. Policeman that you have correct documentation. And then there's a fire extinguisher in here, and I've never had to use that and hope I never do. But in case you ever did, it's right there. Another thing is, it comes with this anchor. Let me show this to you. So a lot of times we'll go to Chester Frost and people will be on the beach part and we'll ride the jet ski. We take turns, but there comes a moment when people don't want to ride it. So usually what I'll do is I'll get close to the beach area and I'll throw out this anchor. So you can see that right there. And so basically you can park your jet ski at the beach, okay, and it won't float away from you. This has been so convenient using this. I almost don't want to sell the jet ski now. With all the stuff I got with it, folks, it's a really good deal. Get it while you can, because I might regret it and just not sell it at all. One more accessory that I wanted to show you is going to be these dock bumpers. So I have two of them, and they're designed to strap on, like let's say right here, and you'll put them like that right there on your jet ski and let it kind of get tight. Just tie it off up here. So this is made for when you're sitting up against the dock. It won't scratch up the jet ski, it'll just bump right here off of this. That comes with the jet ski, by the way, unless I regret it and don't sell it at all. Okay. Another thing, let me show you guys, if you can come over here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but let me see the camera. There's a yellow motor. You can see that little yellow motor with the white hose coming out of it. That is a bilge motor. So I put that bilge motor in there. It already had a bilge motor with it, but I put a secondary bilge motor just in case it ever flooded. So let me explain. A bilge motor, meaning that if it takes on water, the bilge motor has a, I guess you could say, a sensor that detects water, and once it detects water, it's going to pump all that excess water out, and it comes out right here. So if you can focus in on that, that's where the excess water is going to come out, assuming it takes on too much water. So that's an additional upgrade that I put on this jet ski. I'll sell it to you today with the trailer. Everything that you've seen here, $3,500. Now you'll notice my trailer, it does have these PVC pipes coming up through here. It just makes it easy at nighttime. If you're ever getting up on the trailer at night, it has these little reflectors right here, and these kind of just stand up out of the water. That makes it easy for when you're gonna get up on to the trailer at night. It's so convenient because it gets really dark. But these, you can see these really good at night. So that's what those are for. I do have as well, it's not in the video, but I do have one. It's like a tarp. It's made out of cloth, and it's made specifically for this ski. So I have video of that maybe later. If not, just hit me up, I'll show it to you. It comes with the ski, and it's made so that if you can't garage keep it like I've done, then you can park it outside, and if it rains, it's not going to matter because it has its personalized little tarp. So hit me up, guys. It's a good deal. It's a 2000 Seadoo GTX. It's a 2-stroke motor, and it runs just like a new one, perfectly fine, 0 to 60 in about 30 seconds. The next thing you want to do when you get home, you want to rinse off your jet ski, especially if you've been out on the ocean water, because you're going to get salt corrosion if you don't rinse it. So it's real easy, just a quick, you rinse it off. And I usually go the extra mile, and I go ahead and do a full wash on it, just because I like to take care of it. And also sometimes it'll have little marks, like right here, maybe, which is probably where I bumped up against the dock a little bit or something. So it's just maintenance, and it keeps your ski in good shape, keeps the paint in good shape. So if you take care of it, it'll last for a long time. No need to go out and buy one of those $15,000 skis. It just doesn't make sense. And especially, you can't even get one. You know how hard it is to get a brand new ski right now? That's because of COVID. Everything got backed up in sales because, I guess when COVID hit, a lot of people were out buying ATVs. They bought motorcycles. They were buying water sports equipment like jet skis. And because of that, everybody ran out of, inventory. So now you can get a used one, and that's what I did. I bought this one up in the LJ area from a rich lady, and she had taken very good care of it. It was garage kept in, and as you can see, I keep it garage kept as well. So it's in good shape, and that's because I take good care of it. Another pro tip to take care of your Seadoo jet ski is going to be to take off your seating arrangement, especially if it's sunny outside. That way, if there's any water in the engine compartment, it could dry out. So let's do that now. So the first thing you want to do is pop off this back one right here. It's a little lever there. You can pop that off. Just set this to the side. And then on the bigger one, you can see right here, just pop that off like that, pull it back. If you look down in the engine area, you can see it's been well taken care of. There's no grease, there's no oil running anywhere. This is a very clean machine. I did replace the spark plugs already, just because I wanted to make sure that they're new. Runs like a brand new one. It's because it's been well maintained. Remember to take this out too, that way you can get the back part of it dried as it's sitting here in your driveway.